You are God experiencing life through human consciousness. For millennia, humanity has grappled with the cosmos and our role within it. The prevailing notion has often been one of separation, with our physical forms seen as distinct from nature, mere vessels of bones and organs animated by a transient mind. We look to the skies for a god and consider ourselves a mere creation of the divine and not part of it. But what if we told you this is a modern belief? What if we could convince you that the body is nothing more than a vehicle used for the soul to participate in a human experience, and that when your time on earth ends, the true essence at your core will return to the source? Join us in this video as we attempt to explain our true divine nature as a manifestation of God incarnate, brought to this plane of existence to experience life through the collective human consciousness. As the famous scientist Nikola Tesla once said, "We are all one, only manifested in different ways." Part 1. Trapped by limitations. In the modern era, the vast majority of the world follows several major religions, such as Christianity and Islam. These beliefs propose that humans must cater to God's desires and demands in order to claim our place in heaven. While this quote might seem controversial to some, others have taken it a step further and suggest these doctrines actually divide us from our true essence, that is, our oneness with God. By submitting to the beliefs of such religions, we unfortunately begin to create limitations. Religions have a way of forcing us to associate with the physical body, emotions, feelings, pain, and pleasure, which are used to define ourselves. In time, we begin to feel as if this is all we are. But what if we said you are so much more? You see, the truth is you are not what you think you are, a phrase that's been uttered by followers of spiritual belief systems such as Buddhism and Indian practices for thousands of years. While it's easy to identify ourselves with the name ascribed to us by our parents, our bodies, and even the thoughts that run through our minds like turbulent rivers, none of these physical things can truly define us. This confusion with the physical world is often referred to as Maya by the practitioners of yoga in India, a word that is usually translated as cosmic illusion. In simplistic terms, the belief in this illusion arises when we begin to associate too much with the material body and world and forget about our oneness with the universe and God. The body is nothing more than an avatar, which we use to navigate the physical plane and experience consciousness. While our physical side is only temporary, as in time our bodies will age, get sick, and eventually be laid to rest, the eternal will live on. In modern times, we've come to associate this eternal side with the soul, an undefinable core that will pass on when our experience on earth comes to an end. Through consciousness, we use the body as a tool that helps us evolve, grow, and learn during our incarnation on earth. Part 2. TAT TVAM ASI. Despite the reluctance of modern religions to acknowledge our unity with God, this belief has been a cornerstone of Asian teachings for millennia. A key concept in Hinduism and yoga, TAT TVAM ASI, meaning "you are that," underscores our inherent connection with the divine. This simple phrase encapsulates the relationship between the individual self, known as Atman, and the universal consciousness, or the Absolute, referred to as Brahman. But you might be asking yourself why you can't feel or connect with this higher power in a manner similar to the ancient sages and teachers of India. Or maybe you're asking how they came to such a conclusion. The answer has always lain within you. You can begin to reconnect with this divine consciousness by silencing the mind in meditation and venturing inwards to a place many are scared to go. For in this silence, we can begin to truly understand the nature of our being. After navigating the turbulent waters of the mind, you will begin to watch the thoughts pass like sticks floating down a river. No longer will you associate yourself with each thought. Instead, they will come and go, and what's left will be a state of clarity that is required to reconnect with consciousness. You see, many people try to search for this connection in the external world, but it cannot be found anywhere except within the extremities of your own being. When you begin to realize this and come to a better understanding of your capabilities, you will awaken to the truth that you hold the keys to creating your own reality. The power possessed within the totality of our being is far stronger than what any of the mortal senses can perceive, more powerful than the brain can comprehend. And those who come to this conclusion will truly unlock their true potential. You see, there are various degrees of consciousness, and one can enter into higher states that go well beyond what we define as the physical form. However, the totality of consciousness is infinite, and there are states that our physical bodies and senses cannot even comprehend. Those who have engaged in extended meditations or astral travel have come to realize the potential of consciousness and how it may transcend the physical world. If you can quiet the mind to the point when you feel detached from your mortal body during meditation, you may begin to experience a reality that extends beyond the borders of the physical plane. This dimension goes beyond time, beyond matter, to a place where Einstein's famous space-time realm ceases to exist. By engaging in practices that take you beyond the everyday senses that you have spent the majority of your life associating with, only then can you begin to understand your oneness with God. By going through these so-called portals to other dimensions, your consciousness will start to expand and reach a higher state of existence that brings new, unfound wisdom and insight. These higher states of consciousness work to show us that the physical form is simply a vehicle through which we can explore the limitless potential of the universe and our connection to it. Our true nature lies beyond the physical realm, beyond what we can touch with our hands, what we can see through our eyes, and it's more profound than what we can imagine with the limitations of our mind. As you begin to experiment with these altered states of consciousness induced in deep meditation or yoga, you will start to reconnect with the divinity that lies deep within your soul. This leads many to understand that our time on Earth is just one small part of our eternal journey through the cosmos, and it all begins by transcending the physical body. When you come to the conclusion that you are so much more than just a physical body, you feel liberated as you begin to gain insight into the true nature of your being. You see, each of us is part of the collective consciousness, and as we individually awaken, we contribute to the evolution of the universe. The results of this will begin to change the entire course of human history, as the planet will begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, eventually ushering in a golden age of peace and wisdom. Humanity as a whole will begin to recognize its divinity as more and more souls begin to awaken and move toward the light. All of this potential lies within each individual, and as we explore the depths of consciousness together, we begin to create a better world for everyone, and it all starts with the simple steps of remembering who you are, a part of the all. We are God experiencing life through human consciousness.